How many athletes, what's happening with substitutions, and what order is everything going to take place in? It's time to get to know the new Olympic jumping formats. First things first, the biggest change is there's no more drop score. Teams will be made up of 3 horse and rider combinations with all 3 scores to count, so there's no get out of jail free card. Each team will be able to bring a reserve horse and rider with the option of swapping a combination prior to the start of the team and individual qualification rounds. But after the team qualifier, a substitution can only be made in the event of a medical or veterinary issue. The individual medals will now be decided before the team medals. All 75 combinations will jump in the first individual competition, with the top 30 going through to the individual final. All the scores go back to 0 before the start of the individual final, so everyone's in with a chance in the battle for the medals. After the first round, if 2 or more combinations are tied on penalties for first place, there'll be a jump-off for gold. Once the individual Olympic champion has been crowned, it's time for the team competition. 20 teams will line up in the team qualifier to bid to become their nation's heroes. All the scores from the individual competition are wiped and it's back to 0. The top 10 teams go through to the final of the team competition where, you guessed it, those scores go back to 0. For the first 2 combinations, the teams will jump in reverse order of merit based on the performances in the qualifier. Then, before the final athletes for each country jump, the starting order will be redone to reflect the standings after the first 2 rounds. This means that the fight for gold will go right down to the wire. Should 2 or more teams be tied for first place after all the riders have competed, there'll be a jump-off for gold. So there you have it, one handy guide to the new Olympic jumping format. Roll on Tokyo 2020.